All right, so ACC regular season champions, undefeated regular season. I think you guys lock up the #1 seed in the ACC tournament. I mean, how are you guys feeling after all of this?
Happy, we just talked about it, that, this team started back in January, right? And putting the pieces together and putting fall 22 behind us and moving on from some really good special players and developing as a team, right? Developing our new players, right? Who's going to play where, and most importantly, our leadership. And we had, like we just talked about, we didn't win a game in the spring until the end of the spring. Now, we played professional teams and we played some really good teams, but it was frustrating, right? We had some growing pains in the spring, and like I just told them, to be here right now at the end of the spring, at the end of the season, undefeated in the league, and obviously in a pretty good place from a ranking standpoint. They should be extremely proud of themselves, and we'll take the weekend to enjoy this and then put it all to bed and get ready for next week.
Talk about some of the seniors that are really finding their game at the end of the season. Lauren Flynn just being one of them. Zip, as you mentioned, had a goal tonight too. I mean, Lauren Flynn, I think she had 3 goals, career coming into this, match that tonight. I mean, just talk about the performances from some of these seniors that are really, heating up towards the end of the season.
Yeah, that's really everything. Having everybody on board, right? When you have talent, I talked about this the other day, right? You have talent and you have belief, but then most importantly, just a real determination. Lauren Flynn, I would say, arguably over the last 3-ish weeks, has been, in contention to be like our most valuable player, right? Her leadership within our team, her energy, her positive spirit, right? Her kind of unifying nature, right? She's being authentic Lauren Flynn, and she's not worrying about anything else, anybody else. She's just being her true self. And as a result, and I started saying this to her a week or two ago, I can't remember who she scored against a week or two ago, but she got a goal. She had some really good games. Maybe it was that Notre Dame game. She didn't score in that game, but she was phenomenal in that game. I said, you're getting rewarded for just being you and kind of coming out of your shell, believing in yourself, and grabbing and leading this team in a very organic Lauren Flynn way. And so I think what you see tonight is just more of that kind of good stuff paying off for her.
Mm-hmm.
Just for you guys, Coach, as you head into the ACC championship, you were able to put so many players from your team out there tonight. You never know when you're going to need somebody to step in. So how huge is it to kind of have an opportunity like you had tonight to be able to play so many different girls?
It's massive. We obviously don't have a massive roster, but everybody that we put on the field tonight did really well, right? Zip, I think that was her first start of the year, and she had a goal and an assist. Olivia Garcia hasn't been starting, and she scored a goal, right? So we have, while we don't have that many players, they're all really good, and they can all help us win.
With Jordan out tonight too, just making sure she's gonna be healthy going forward and stuff like that. The team, as a whole, has been playing so well and stuff like that. Just how were they able to, fill up that gap and, make sure that, just consistent all the way?
Yeah, I mean, you saw we kind of did it by committee, right? First, Ekajini played up there, and then Peyton Norse, and then a little bit of Beata Olsen, and then Peyton again. And, a lot of different players can play in that role. And I think our team is a bunch of soccer players, right, that can play various roles, right? You saw Ron playing wide back, then we put her in as an attacking midfielder. Same thing with Leah Pace. And we've got a lot of versatile kids, and you saw that and filling that role tonight.
You guys get that, I believe you guys get that weekend off, and then you go into the ACC play. What's key for you guys here, in that downtime that you get before, heading off to Cary?
Absolute recovery, right? Taking care of their bodies, resting, catching up on schoolwork, right? As much as we can be, especially as we go into this late stage of the academic term, as much as we can be ahead of stuff academically. So we're eliminating all the stressors, right, that come with that, right? And I've already heard some stuff that some players might have some exams at the end of next week when we're in Cary, right, which creates and causes some stress to them. But they can catch up on schoolwork over the weekend and rest and be a little bit reinvigorated next week. I think we can be in a good place in Cary next week.
Those darn professors.
Darn professors. I mean, you can't live with them, and you just can't live with them.
What are you going to do with them?
This might be a next week question, but the benefit of going up to Cary to, where the College Cup will be. You guys played there before, I guess. How important is it for you guys that, you're able to settle into the field there and, I guess, make it your own?
Yeah, we have a lot of players that have played a lot of games there, right? And And as Mark Krikorian told me late last fall, that they always saw Cary as their home field. And I like that. I like that twist on it. And I think, and I felt that energy kind of from Clara Robbins and Jenna Neiswanger and some others last year. And I think Beata Olson and Leilani Nesbitt, it's a second home to those players. And so while it's in Carolina country, it's still obviously a very familiar venue to a lot of important players on our team.
Coach, after the game, I saw you high-fiving all of your girls personally and making sure you told them congratulations. But for you, just to stand here, how rewarding is this to hold up the trophy, know that all that work you put in starting back in January is paying off, and it's paying off big time as you guys get ready to head to the championship?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. You know, like I've said before, there are two types of coaches. Coaches of great players and ex-coaches. I am a coach of great players, right? And so I am extremely fortunate, and you know, I will remember these players forever. You know, I don't know that enough talk is given. Sometimes they talk about he or she is a good coach, this or that. Well, you know, players make coaches good. You know, tactics matter, of course, right? Team chemistry, leadership, that all matters. Players win games. Players play. Players win games. And we have some phenomenal players on our team.
Coach, what